Hello, hello, hello. How is everybody? This is John Mason. Tomorrow is Mother's Day, and that is a time we pay our respects to all the women in our lives, our mothers, and our wives, and our girlfriends, and our sisters, and every other woman we come across. Happy Mother's Day, ladies. And if we want the best for the women in our lives, we must protect their reproductive rights. There are all these states going around that places the most onerous restrictions on abortions. Like, you can only have an abortion after so many weeks before you even know, the woman even knows that there's a fetus inside of her. And you remembered Katie Britt, the senator from Arkansas, who had this very bad case of ham acting after Biden's State of the Union address. Is that the best the Republicans can do? Well, anyway, she has this bright idea of a database. She's proposing this bill that would establish a database for all women who are pregnant. Hello, 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 John Mason. How is everybody? Hope you're all well, keeping cool. And we're having 90 some degree weather here in Philadelphia. I saw the interview that convicted felon-in-chief Trump did at the National Association of Black Journalists convention in Chicago. And I commend Rachel Scott of ABC News for acting like a serious journalist and asking him serious, challenging questions about his past statements about minorities, and particularly his current whining about that our next president, Kamala Harris, isn't really black, and passing it always Indian and passing herself off as black, when all of a sudden, all that nonsense. And to top it all off, unlike the debate between Trump and Biden on CNN, Trump's lies have been fact-checked in real time. And as soon as, after Scott challenged him about his past statements about Harris and his past racism, he goes on to a tirade about how horribly he's being treated in that interview and how great he's done for the black community and all that nonsense. Nobody bought it. Like I said, I commend Rachel Scott for doing some real journalism. He just can't give it up. He really believes that he can pass himself off as a champion of the downtrodden, the forgotten man, the plain old working stiff, the oppressed minorities, etc. He is nothing like that. He is a racist to the bone, just like the old man, like his father. You might remember some of the older folks about in the 80s, after the Central Park Five, the case where 4 young black men and 1 young Hispanic man were accused of rape. And Trump takes out a full-page ad in the New York Times demanding they get the death penalty. And as soon as they were released from prison and exonerated, he still insisted that they were guilty. And Trump's practice in his casinos was when white people who are notoriously racist were on the floor, black pit bosses and managers couldn't serve on the floor. And of course, his famous comment about calling African nations and Haiti shithole countries. And the fact that he's on stage with notorious racists like Nick Fuentes and Kanye West, dining with him at Mar-a-Lago. Fuentes and Kanye are just notorious anti-Semites. See, that's a problem with racism. It doesn't discriminate. If a guy targets minority group A, none of the other minority groups are safe. Keep that in mind. And of course, his comment about Charlottesville in August of 2017, where the total racists and neo-fascists were marching around Charlottesville screaming with the tiki torches, screaming, "Jews will not replace us." Well, put some money on that motherfucker. And he said, "They're very fine people on both sides." How does a fascist and a racist become good people? Please explain. And let's not forget Project 2025, the brain brat of the Heritage Foundation. The director, Paul Dans, who served in the Trump administration, as did some of the other editors or authors or what have you of Project 2025, resigned from the Heritage Foundation after all this, after the word got out about it, and the publicity was all bad, and deservedly so. But that is the thinking going on in the Trump campaign to destroy our democracy, to concentrate all power on the executive branch, i.e. the president, destroy the independence of the Justice Department, and turn the military, our military, supposed to be defending us, into a target of repression, to turn their guns around at us, their fellow Americans. That's not what America is supposed to be. And we can prevent it. How? By organizing ourselves, getting the word out about Trump's racism, and his attempt to install a dictatorship of himself, and of course the danger of Project 2025. They distance themselves from Project 2025, but the ideas are still out there. This think tank actually thought these thoughts. They actually plan to do this stuff if they resume power. Now let's make damn sure they don't. We organize ourselves, we get the word out, we encourage others, keep the hope up, and November 5th, get over there to the polls and vote. Like our lives depend on it, like our nation depend on it, like our children depend on it, because it does. Votes do matter. Okay. That's it for now. For now, don't worry, I'm not shutting up anytime soon. Now advertisements. All this work I do, this podcast and my YouTube channel and my blog, my poetry, my fiction are work. All work. And it costs money. And I need to be paid for my work, to pay for the expenses I shelled out for this work, and to raise it to a higher level, if at all possible. So please, get on my website, johnomason.com. Click either the Buy Me a Coffee button or the PayPal button and see where you can donate, please. Thanks. I greatly appreciate it. And also, my novel, Soldier of the Cross, is available on Amazon.com. Excuse me. It's the story of David Lucas, who, as a young man in the early 60s, is a drunk and a whore chaser and a school bully. He gets in trouble in the army. He comes out a fanatical, born-again Christian, trying to be a manly man for Jesus. But how he goes about it leads him into disaster. Please read it. Soldier of the Cross on Amazon.com. And also, Hemperific is a lovely little CBD product store located on Snyder Avenue near 15th Street in South Philadelphia. There you will find some of the finest cannabis-infused products. Gummies and candies and lip balm and flour and drinks and teas and hand sanitizer and dog treats. Yep, dog treats. Look them up, please. HemperificLLC.com. And also my beloved career and business coach, Michelle Snow. Michelle is excellent in helping you develop your professional career or small business. Let you know what you're doing right, where you need work, and help you network with other up-and-coming entrepreneurs and professionals. Look her up, please. GrowWithSnow.com. Okay? Alrighty then. Let's keep cool in this summer, and let's check on each other like we did during COVID to see if we're okay. We have to communicate and be social with one another. We need this in these difficult times. Okay? Let's stay strong. And November 5th, vote. Thanks. Have a good weekend. Shabbat Shalom. Bye.